Hello and welcome to Maths with Jacob. This lesson will focus on coordinate geometry, part 6. A special puzzle to warm up the brain cells is on the next slide. The answer will be given at the end. Enjoy. What is the meaning of the following? Good luck with it and see how you go. Finding the equation of a line passing through a given point and also passing through the intersection of two other lines. To illustrate by way of a diagram, the aim of the exercise is to find the equation of the red line. So basically we're going to be given a point and we have two lines here, the two black lines. So this red line goes through that point and through that intersection. And our aim is to find the equation of the red line. Now to do that we're going to need the 2-point formula, so I've put that down for our reference. Example, find the equation of a line passing through -2, 3 and the intersection of x plus y equals 7 and y equals x plus 1. Solution. The first thing we need to do is to find the intersection of the two given lines. So here are the two lines. I've designated them equation 1 and equation 2. Substitute for y into equation 1. So this value of y here, which is x plus 1, we substitute that into that y there. So we get x plus 1 equals 7. That gives us x equals 3. So now we have the x coordinate of the intersection. Now substitute x equals 3 into equation 1, which gives us 3 plus y equals 7, so y equals 4. So that now is the y coordinate of the point of intersection. So the intersection of the two lines is 3, 4. Using the 2-point formula we have x1, y1 is -2, 3, that's the first point we were given, and x2, y2 is 3, 4. That's the intersection of the two lines. Now, here is the 2-point formula. We've substituted those values in, which gets us to this section, so a little bit of simplification there. That gives us 1 over 5, because 4 minus 3 is 1, and 3 minus -2 is 5, so that gives us 1 over 5. So when we cross multiply, we get 5y minus 15 as x plus 2. And when we simplify, here is the equation of the line that we're looking for. X minus 5y plus 17 equals 0. And that is in the general form. Parallel and perpendicular lines. Consider the following two lines. Y equals m1x plus b, that's line 1, and y equals m2x plus b, that's line 2. If line 1 and line 2 are parallel, we have that m1 equals m2. In other words, if two lines are parallel, their gradients are equal. If line 1 and line 2 are perpendicular, we have this special case. m1 times m2 equals -1. That is, when you multiply the gradients together, the answer is -1. Let's look at the example. Consider the following two lines. Y equals 5x plus 6 and y equals 5x minus 3. The above two lines are parallel because m1 equals m2. So it's that simple. The two gradients are equal to each other, so the lines are parallel. Example 2. Consider the line y equals 4x minus 7. What is the gradient of the line which is perpendicular to the above line? Now remember, for perpendicular lines, the product of the gradients is -1. Now the gradient of the line that we're given is 4, so 4 times the gradient of the other line must be -1, so the gradient of the other line must be -1 over 4, and that's the answer. Example 3. Find the equation of the line passing through the point 2, 4 and parallel to y equals 3x plus 1. The line we want has a gradient of 3 because it's parallel to that line. Hence we can use the point gradient formula, which is y minus y1 equals m outside of x minus x1. In this case m equals 3 and x1 y1 is 2, 4. We substitute that equation into the formula. We simplify to get that line, further simplification, and that is the answer. So the equation of the line we need is y equals 3x minus 2. Example 4. Find the equation of the line passing through the point 3, 2 and perpendicular to y equals 2x plus 1. If the gradient of the line we want is m1, then m1 times 2, that is, m1 times this gradient, equals minus 1, because the two lines are perpendicular. So m1 must be minus a half. Now remember, x1, y1 is 3, 2. That's what we're given. Using the point gradient formula we have, y minus 2 equals minus a half outside of x minus 3. Multiply both sides by 2 to give us that line. Get rid of the grouping symbols to give us that line. And some simplification gives us that line. So that is the equation of the line we want. 2y plus x equals 7. Here's a quick quiz to help you. Please check through the video at any time. The answer to the puzzle. What is the meaning of the following? Syrup. Syrup. I think you'll see that. Just have a look carefully. And I think you will work out why it's syrup. The answers to the quick quiz and the video is at your disposal.